Breaking right now at 5 this morning, a patient steals an ambulance from a hospital and then takes off. We're live with how that wild chase finally ended.
A Coast Guard officer with a hit list. Police say some of the high-profile people he intended to kill live right here in Texas.
Plus, are you putting off filing your taxes? Well, you're not alone. We'll tell you the surprising thing that Americans are willing to sacrifice just so they don't have to fill out those forms.
From the KHOU 11 studios, this is H-Town Rush.
And first at 5 this morning, is it time to let high schoolers hit the polls? Well, the state of Oregon may lower the voting age down to 16.
They have a proposal to consider there, and we want your take on the idea in our live survey. Would you support lowering the voting age in Texas? To weigh in, head to khou.com/vote now. The no group is growing by the minute here. I'm noticing.
We've never had a poll at 100%,
no,
but we might get there. That survey may get there this morning. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to H-Town Rush. I'm Russ Lewis.
I'm Lisa Hernandez. Let's check in with Cheetah Craft right now to get our Rush block started.
Oh man, another wet, chilly start to the day, so jackets and umbrellas needed, and we're going to be tracking this on and off rain beginning today, Friday, and even into early Saturday, so get used to it, okay? We've had a few strong storms already work across the area, so if you were waking up this morning across the western portions of I-10, northwest portions of 290, and now take a look north side of town, this is what you woke up to here. Conroe, the Woodlands, Montgomery, this will continue to push northward, also pushing north from Liberty County this morning. We're starting off in the low 50s. We build to 57 by our lunchtime hour. High temps in the upper 50s. A 60% chance for rain early, 40 by your lunchtime hour, and then rain chances taper off. But Steph, slick streets on and off all throughout the day today.
Oh yeah, Cheetah, and we're going to start things off here in traffic in Brazoria County, where Cheetah told me off camera, just maybe a stray shower. It's not really coming down here. Good news though, because of that, we are still seeing construction. So at least the streets aren't slick in the freeways, but they still have 2 lanes blocked off in this direction. You're gonna see that on both sides of the freeway. Supposed to wrap up 2 minutes ago, did not, so we may see that scoot into the 5:30 half hour. That is from Broadway to Hughes Ranch Road, so look out for some slowing there. We take you up to Montgomery County, where it's the heaviest as far as that rainfall Cheetah was mentioning. Speeds are still good, but there's not a lot of people on the freeway right now. It's going to change in about an hour. Russ and Lisa.
All right, Steph, thank you.
It's 2 minutes after. Michelle Choi is following some breaking news for us this morning. A patient stole an ambulance and then led police on a long chase.
Yeah, this happened in Northeast Harris County. Michelle, you just talked with authorities. What are they saying?
Well, guys, let me start by saying this is one wild story. The EMS chief just told us this actually all started in the neighborhood I'm in right now, which is here along Moose and Antelope Drive in Crosby. Now, guys, basically a guy was making a ruckus earlier this morning around 2. Neighbors called police. He was picked up and taken to Kingwood Medical Center, where he was placed in a stretcher, and somehow the guy, he got loose. He got into an ambulance that was running outside, and that's when he made his way back to this neighborhood. Now, police released spike strips. They were able to get a tire flat. It led into sort of a long, slow chase, which, as I mentioned, ended back in this neighborhood. Now, you're going to see video of that guy right now. We're told he put up quite a fight when he got here, and police were trying to take him down. Eventually, they finally took him into custody, and they tell us that he's been in an altered state from the start. They can't tell us if he's under the influence of anything at this time, but again, guys, you saw kind of his face bloodied up there. He put up a fight. Fortunately, no one else was hurt in this process. Now, there are a lot more details to this story. We'll, of course, work on that and bring it to you at 6. Guys.
Well, we're glad nobody else was hurt. Michelle, thank you. Breaking news overseas this morning, Pope Francis demanding action over sex abuse in the Catholic Church. Right now, bishops are meeting at the Vatican, and the Pope opened that 4-day summit earlier today. He warned bishops that condemning the crimes is just not enough. They have a responsibility to listen to those cries for justice.
Your Rush Block continues with the day's other big stories, starting with 2 bystanders shot in the middle of a gunfight.
One of those victims, an 18-year-old, did not survive. The other was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. This happened off Dunlap Street in southwest Houston. Police haven't said what led to that shooting, but the 2 victims were not involved. Empire actor Jussie Smollett now charged with filing a false police report. His case expected in a Chicago courtroom later today. Smollett maintains 2 masked men attacked him and yelled racial and homophobic slurs, but 2 brothers say he paid them to fake the attack. A Coast Guard officer arrested after police found a hit list of Democratic politicians in his Maryland home.
Prosecutors say Christopher Hassan is a domestic terrorist who had an apartment full of guns and that he allegedly wrote he was dreaming of a way to kill almost every last person on Earth.
His alleged targets included Houston Representative Sheila Jackson Lee and former Congressman Beto O'Rourke. Winter weather from North Dakota to New England. The storm has canceled thousands of flights with more snow on the way.
Fake news teaches Klein Oak High School students an important lesson. One of them wrote a fake news story about an administrator and it went viral. Turns out it was all part of a digital citizenship assignment. But Klein ISD says he or she went too far and people who shared it on social media might have construed it as factual.
That is your Rush Block. Today's big stories from here in Houston and around the world. Let us know what's going on with you. Tweet us using the hashtag HTownRush.
It is 6 minutes after 5. A proposed law in Oregon set off a big debate on social media about when are you old enough to vote.
The bill would let 16-year-olds vote in state elections. Brandy's here with your take on this, Brandy.
Yeah, guys, take a look at the text for Senate Joint Resolution 22. The key here is changing 18 to 16. Now, if the legislature okays it, voters will get their say in a statewide election later. Now, Oregon's not the first state with this idea. Since 2003, 13 others introduced bills to lower the voting age, but none of those have passed. So this morning, we want to know what you think. Would you support lowering the voting age in Texas? You can weigh in on KHOU.com/vote now or by using our mobile app. Reaction on social media ranges from calling the pitch odd to a mistake to just stupid. Jim doubts it's going to get much traction with voters, and James points out that they can't make their own decision on tobacco, but they're smart enough to decide who to elect. Now, Brittany thinks it's a good idea. She asks, since their future is being decided, why shouldn't they have a say in it? And Monica, she would just like to make it easier for adults to vote, maybe with more polling stations or a paid day off to vote. She says, let the kids just enjoy being kids. It really is interesting to see this debate, though. A lot of people are saying, well, you know, they serve in the military at 18, they can drink at 21, they can drive at 16. There are all these different ages as kids come up. Should there be one uniform age, or are those just milestones that kids are hitting as they reach adulthood?
Right.
You would have to have different ballots too, right? Because they can't vote in federal.
Yeah, it's just for
You couldn't
state.
vote for president,
Right.
but they could vote for, you know,
Their governor.
a state senator, a governor, yeah.
Yeah. Most of you folks at home are saying, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But Oregon, good luck with that. We'll let you know where it goes.
Yes, right.
If it's one of the other 13
Yes.
where it did not pass.
We're seeing if our survey can get to 100% this morning. So we'll keep talking about it, see what happens. Let's go over to Cheetah right now for the one thing you need to know.
Okay, the one thing you need to know, on and off showers pretty much throughout the day today. It stays chilly as well. We'll walk you neighborhood by neighborhood on our radar coming up in just about 6 minutes, Steph.
All right, Cheetah, thanks. One thing you need to know in traffic, we're heading up to the Woodlands in your neck of the woods. The roads are slick, but I'm not seeing any traffic hazards reported on either side of the North Freeway. So a little bit of good news there. Brandy.
We'll take it. Thank you, Steph. 5:08, time for another news stories that'll get the gears turning this morning. Millennials are out in the working world, right? Which means the oldest kids in the next generation, Gen Z, are right behind them. So where do they want to go? Well, Glassdoor survey says they're not too enthusiastic about coming here. Houston ranks as the 13th most popular city for Gen Z applicants. Those who are applying here want to be software engineers and software developers. By the way, if you're wondering how to lure them in, they value work environment over hours, good pay, and good coworkers. So we've heard of being lovesick. That illness, it turns out, could keep you healthy. But ladies, I'm only talking to you. Researchers at Tulane University found ladies who are in relationships were more likely to have antiviral genes that could help them fight infections like the cold or flu. The study only looked at new relationships that were less than a month old. Researchers say that more studies need to be done to see if the trend is the same for guys. And tax season, it is in full swing. While most of us are looking forward to, or some of us are looking forward to getting a refund, others looking to get around paying the IRS. About 35% of Texas filers say they would rather give up Netflix or Hulu than pay taxes. That's according to offers.com, which surveyed 2,000 people. 27% would give up sugar so they don't have to shell out cash to Uncle Sam. Other bargains, showing your boss your browser history? Nope. and shaving off your eyebrows. No thank you guys, I'll keep them and just keep paying Uncle Sam.
Not the brows.
Not the brows. The brows was too far.
I know, it's too far.
Not the browse history either on the internet. Neither of those things.
Both of them. Time is 5:10 right now. In 1998, Saturn is on the ice. Literally, no one's in the car. No one is in any danger. But people are now betting how long the car will stay on top of that ice before it just falls through. You won't believe how much money is on the line here.
Oh, what date does spring come? Is that like a Groundhog Day thing?
Right.
We're going to figure out. Hey, if you think Hawaiian pizza is just the worst, Papa John's has a new topping that you probably really are not going to like.